Listen closely, because I must tell you what your spirit has been waiting to hear. God is about to release a financial miracle in your life. I am not speaking of ordinary blessings, not of small, casual favors that pass unnoticed, but of the kind of breakthrough that shifts the entire direction of your future. There are moments when heaven leans down, when God looks at the struggles of His children and says, "It is enough. Now I will lift them. Now I will open doors no one can close. Now I will make a way where there has been no way." I believe with every fiber of my being that you are standing at the edge of such a moment. So many of you have walked through deserts of financial pain. You have cried in silence because the debts weighed heavier than your strength. You have watched opportunities slip from your hands as though the world was against you. You have tried, you have labored, you have prayed until your voice broke in the night. And still you wondered, when will you remember me? Let me tell you this with boldness. God never forgot you. Every tear you shed has been recorded. Every cry of your heart has been heard. Every sacrifice you made when no one else was watching has risen like incense before Him. And now the season is shifting. What was withheld is about to be released. When God moves, He does not move with limitation. He does not trickle blessings as men do. He pours out abundance until there is no room left to contain it. He turns empty nets into nets breaking with fish, barren fields into harvest overflowing, dry hands into hands that cannot carry all that is given. That is the God who is about to visit your house. That is the God who is about to speak into your situation. That is the God who is preparing to pour out a financial miracle so extraordinary that even your enemies will have to say, "Surely this is the hand of God." But you must understand this: a miracle is not random. A miracle is a divine appointment. It is God stepping into time with eternity's power. And for those who have been faithful in the little, for those who have trusted Him when every door was closed, for those who refused to curse Him in the night of lack but kept their faith alive, this miracle is for you. It is not by chance that you are hearing these words now. God Himself has aligned this moment because He is stirring your faith to receive what He has already prepared. Do not let your past disappointments choke this promise. Many of you have prayed before and felt nothing changed. Many of you gave, you sowed, you waited, and it seemed as though heaven was silent. But let me tell you the truth: heaven is never silent. God delays only to multiply. What you thought was lost time was actually seed time. And now harvest time is upon you. The same ground that looked barren is about to burst forth with life. The same bank account that looked like a desert is about to overflow like a river. The same closed doors are about to swing open wide. God is not limited by economies. He is not bound by recessions, inflations, or the calculations of men. When He decides to bless you, He will do it in such a way that people will marvel. Some of you are waiting for opportunities to appear in familiar places, but God is about to bring resources from unexpected directions. Contracts you did not apply for will find your name. Business ideas you thought were too small will suddenly explode with demand. Strangers will step into your life carrying the very provision you asked God for in secret. This is how He works. Mysterious, powerful, unstoppable. And I must tell you, prepare yourself, for when the miracle comes, it will not come quietly. It will not be a hidden thing, whispered in a corner. It will be loud enough to silence the mouths of doubters. It will be visible enough. It will be visible enough that even those who mocked your faith will bow their heads in shame. God does not bless you so that you alone may rejoice. He blesses you so that the world may see His power, so that His name may be exalted. Your financial miracle will be a testimony, a light on a hill that cannot be hidden. But hear this, before the miracle comes, God often tests the heart. Not to harm you, but to prepare you. Some of you are in that testing right now. You are being asked to trust when there is nothing left to trust in. You are being asked to give when it feels like you have nothing left to give. You are being asked to believe when the evidence screams the opposite. This is the furnace of faith. And if you endure, if you stand firm, if you refuse to let go of your confidence in God, then nothing can stop the release that is coming. I tell you boldly, your poverty will not define you. Your debt will not bury you. Your lack will not destroy you. God is about to reverse what the enemy tried to lock you in. You may have started at the bottom, but you will not remain there. You may have been ignored, overlooked, underestimated, but the hand of God is lifting you into a place of influence, into a position of overflow. You will not only have enough for your needs, but you will have more than enough to become a blessing to others. That is the true sign of God's miracle. Not just survival, but overflow. My friend, prepare your heart. Prepare your faith. The sound of abundance is near. The smell of rain is in the air. The drought is ending. The famine is breaking. The chains of financial bondage are being shattered. God is standing over your life with power, and He is saying, now is the time. Now is the moment. I will release my provision, and nothing will stop it. Then hear me, because this is not the time for faint-hearted faith. This is the time for bold confidence in God. When God is preparing to release a financial miracle, He does not look at what you lack. He looks at the seeds of trust you have planted in the soil of faith. Many people believe that money alone will solve every problem, but money without God is like a river with no banks. It spills everywhere and destroys more than it blesses. But when God releases a financial miracle, it is not only about money, it is about order, wisdom, discipline, and favor. It is about shifting your entire atmosphere from scarcity into divine provision. There are some listening right now who feel trapped in cycles. Every time you rise a little higher, something pushes you back down. Every time you begin to save, a crisis wipes it out. Every time you dream bigger, something whispers, "It will never happen for you." But let me declare to you, those cycles are breaking. God is not bound by the patterns of your past. He is not limited by the failures of yesterday. When He moves, He severs chains that have been in your family line for generations. Debt that ran through your bloodline will stop with you. Poverty that lingered for decades will not cross into your children's lives. Because when God releases a financial miracle, He writes a new story over your household. You see, God does not simply provide to meet a need. He provides to establish His name in your life. Think of this. When you had nothing and still survived, it was God. When you thought the door was closed and yet something came through at the last minute, it was God. When the calculations on paper said it was impossible, but somehow the bill was paid, it was God. And if He carried you this far with the little, what will He do now with the abundance He is preparing? Do not make the mistake of believing your salary, your business, or your skill is your source. These are channels, but God is the source. The channel may dry up, but the source never does. One job may end, but God is already preparing another. One door may close, but He is building an entire hallway of new doors. You must lift your eyes higher. Stop measuring your future by your paycheck. Stop calculating your destiny by the size of your account. Begin to measure by the greatness of God. For His resources are limitless, His wisdom unsearchable, His ability beyond comprehension. Some of you are afraid that even if the miracle comes, you will not know how to handle it. Afraid that blessing might slip through your fingers like water. But let me tell you, when God releases abundance, He also releases wisdom. He teaches you how to steward what He gives. He trains your hands for increase. He sharpens your mind for opportunity. He strengthens your character for responsibility. A financial miracle from God does not destroy, it builds. It does not confuse, it clarifies. It does not overwhelm. It positions you to stand as a testimony of His faithfulness. I must also tell you this truth. Miracles are often preceded by instructions. God may ask you to move in faith before the release comes. He may ask you to forgive someone who owes you, even while you are waiting for your own debts to be canceled. He may ask you to give, not because He needs your money, but because He wants to free your heart from clinging to what you think is your security. He may ask you to trust Him enough to take a step that looks risky to the eyes of men, but is obedience in the eyes of heaven. Every act of obedience is like a key unlocking the vault of God's provision. Do not despise small beginnings. The miracle may not come in a flood at first. It may come as a trickle that grows into a river. But recognize it, honor it, and do not doubt it. God sometimes tests whether you will celebrate the small provision before He entrusts you with the larger one. If you can bless His name over 100, He will trust you with 1,000. If you can honor Him with a little opportunity, He will give you a greater one. The miracle is not just about the amount. It is about the transformation of your perspective. Let me tell you, many are waiting for financial miracles, but few prepare for them. Do not be caught unready. Build the vessel now, so that when the oil flows, it does not spill. Organize your life. Clear the clutter. Align your priorities with God. Position yourself in excellence, because when the release comes, it will come swiftly. You will not have time to prepare then. You must prepare now. And understand this: when God blesses you, He blesses you for a purpose beyond yourself. He does not pour out abundance for you to hoard in fear or indulge in waste. He blesses you to establish His kingdom, to bless your family, to lift the needy, to break the chains of poverty around others as He broke them for you. If your vision for the miracle ends with yourself, It is too small. God is too great to give you a miracle with such limited purpose. He will give you more than enough so that your life becomes a river of generosity, not a stagnant pond of self-interest. Even now, I sense in my spirit that God is shifting someone's expectation. You have been praying for enough to cover your bills, but God is saying, why stop there? Ask for more. Ask for the overflow. Ask for the abundance. Do not shrink your request to fit your doubt. Enlarge your faith to match His greatness. If God feeds the birds of the air and clothes the flowers of the field in splendor, how much more will He care for you? Lift your vision higher. Stretch your belief wider. The financial miracle that is coming will not only meet your needs, it will exceed them. Beloved, let your heart not be troubled. For the God who created the heavens and the earth is not blind to your struggles, nor deaf to your cries. He is the one who hung the stars in their place, who commands the seas to stop at the shore, who causes the sun to rise each morning. Do you think such a God is unable to provide for you? Do you think He has forgotten you in your season of need? No, He has been watching and He has been preparing. When God moves, He does not just meet your immediate need. He establishes a new order in your life. He uproots the weeds of lack and plants gardens of plenty. He takes what was empty and fills it with more than enough. Some of you have felt like you are always behind, as if you are running a race you can never win. Bills pile up before you can catch your breath. Opportunities vanish before you can reach them, and it feels as though your labor is swallowed by the ground.